Hey guys, it's Jeremy at Stupid Chainsaw Productions, and I wanted to make this video. It's close, a little over my 1 year anniversary, or before. I started making comic videos around this time, so I figured, you know what, why don't I show my collection? So I cleaned up a little bit, and this is my main collection. I'm going to show you my single issues, because that'd be a nightmare. That's for another video. And I'd have to bag and board a bunch, which I don't have the money to do at the moment. So this is my stuff. We'll start with my little DC Marvel thing. Well, this is basically a mix, I should say. Got some change rolls here. Yeah, sometimes you get desperate and you need change. It's Judge Dredd Case File #1. If you want to read some really good older comics, like I'm talking 70s, Judge Dredd is one of my personal favorites from that time period. I really liked this. Next, I got Nightfall, Batman Volume 1. Really good read. Before the 90s really took a hold of comics and like ruined the big two for a while. Then I got Batman's Son, which I just finished reading the other day. Really good. Gonna buy Batman R.I.P. next. Batman the Dark Knight, Volume 1, from the New 52. I liked this better than the main Batman title, and it got cancelled. Now I got my New 52 Batman and Robins, Volume 1 and 2. I really like this title. Check it out. It's probably the best Batman title right now. Then I got Nightwing, which is done. That's Volume 1. I have this unfortunate habit of like getting a series up to Volume 3. Then I got Watchmen. Really good read. I can't open this one anymore because the pages are falling out. Next I got The Hobbit. This is just, it's got really beautiful art in it. So yeah. And then I got Army of Darkness Omnibus Volume 1. Just a fun read. Then I got this really skinny one here. This is The Boys Volume 1. Personally, with the exception of Punisher Max, it's one of that's my favorite Garth Ennis book. Then I got Hack and Slash Volume 1. Really good read. Then I got Saga, which, guys, if you haven't read Saga, read Saga. I'm very behind on it at the moment, but that'll change once I buy my PlayStation 4. Then I got my Avengers, the Bendis Ramita Jr. run. This is one of the best Avengers runs, just saying. And then I got Deadpool from the... Oh, who wrote this one? Daniel Way, I think. What does it say on this one? No, of course it has. I don't feel like pulling it out. Then I got Civil War Punisher War Journal. This is the second series. This was Matt Fraction. Then I got Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 is at Mr. Mooser's house. My good friend Logan. I can't speak anymore. So, maybe next year I will have it back. Hopefully. Then I got John Constantine Hellblazer Volume 1. I got this specifically because I wanted to start watching the TV show, so I wanted to know some stuff about Constantine. So, that's an interesting read. Really weird panel setup. Sorry, I got this thing attached to the bottom of my camera that I should have taken off, and it's digging into my hand. Now it's off. Then finally, then we got The Losers Book 1. I really need to get Book 2. And I got some Star Wars novels here. And then we go into my more of my hardcover collection here. And these aren't the big hardcovers, those are elsewhere. I got Batgirl Volume 1 from the Gil Simone run. My favorite, that was my favorite, and I had to drop that series because it's really bad now. Then I got Dark Knight Returns. This is a first print of the hardcover. Batman Year 1, also a first print. And then I got my Dark Tower. Now this is the entire series of the Dark Tower that's out in hardcover. They just started the drawing of the 3, so that'll be coming out really soon. Then I got the first hardcover of The Stand. And then right here I have Batman Son of the Demon, and it's signed by one of them. I can't remember who off the top of my head. Then we go down here, and this is almost all Star Wars. Like, I got the movie stuff, classic Star Wars, which as I recall, this is like volume 2 or something. This is Dark Horse reprinted some of the Marvel stuff from the 70s and 80s. And I think that's what classic Star Wars was, but I could be wrong. Agent of the Empire is really good. I haven't read this, Boba Fett is Dead, because there's one that comes before it that I didn't know, and I've been looking for that. But these are all Boba Fett. Man with a Mission is just a bunch of random one-off stories. Death, Lies, and Treachery is a really weird book. All blues and aquamarines, and the colors is weird. Then I got the Good Clone Wars series, which led into the Dark Times, which I don't have all of yet. There's a couple more volumes. And then I got Droids, which there's one more volume of this I need to get. Or try to find, I should say. And Dawn of the Jedi, I need to get one more of those. Then I have all of Empire. Then The Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed 2 is one of the worst Star Wars stories I've ever read. And General Grievous, this was how they introduced General Grievous when he was announced in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Then I got Infinities, which are one-off stories. Then I got Jango Fett Open Seasons, which is one of the best comics I've ever read. Then I've got just Jedi Academy, which is weird. Then one of my favorite runs is Knights of the Old Republic. As we go past the awful Aliens Colonial Marine statue, we get to Legacy. I have up to 8. Then Old Republic, Purge, which is kind of ties into Dark Times. Rebellion, which is what Empire became. Then these are the just random graphic novels that collect Star Wars Republic issues. Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which is one of the first expanded universe stories, period. Tales, which are just non-canon stories. This is the Thrawn trilogy when they were adapted. These are all first prints. They're not in good condition. Vector, which is crossover weird event, and that's most of my Star Wars that's in the single graphic novels. And then I got Terminator. This is the best Terminator story. It's like a what-if story. Then Walking Dead, volumes 1 through 21. That's all of them at the moment. Then we get down here, and let's move this picture of me. I've got Alien vs. Predator, both Dark Horse Omnibuy. The first 3 volumes of Sin City in this printing. I really like this printing. It's better than the other printing I have, but the other printing is just a cool table book. And these are all Star Wars, like Tales of the Jedi, which is a good series. Rise of the Sith, which is prelude to the Phantom Menace. Emissaries and Assassins and Menace Revealed. Pretty much more of these guys. In fact, some of these guys are in these guys. Not to be redundant. Early Victories, like Splinter of the Mind's Eye in there, and just some random ones from between episodes 4 and 5. Shadows of the Empire, which is the story between episodes 5 and 6, and then some follow-up stories that happen after 6. And then Rogue Squadron, this is the whole Rogue Squadron run. And then we move on to the last part of this. We go to my hardcovers that are just too big for that shelf. I put them here. This is Punisher Max volumes 1 through 3, and then Best of Spider-Man volume 1, which is the Straczynski run. And then we have Big Damn Sin City. So that is my collection at the moment. Sorry it's rushed. Next year's it will be better, and it'll have more stuff, and I'll probably have my one comic back. And so anyway guys, have a nice day.